Yo, what's up, everyone? I'm Maui Goomba, your coach of the Binghamton Torcats, bringing you weeks 7 through 10 of the HDL Season 2. Unfortunately, a lot of things kind of went wrong for me to be able to record these battles live. A lot of it was my own frustrations, and I wanted to focus on myself, focus on school a bit more. I will be recording season 3 when it happens, it's beginning in March. I believe the March 1st is the date I have set in my planned out. So without further ado, let's just get into the battles. This is week 7 or wait, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is week 7 against Clockwork and the Kansas City Kings. He was winless at this point, and I didn't go in without I went in taking it seriously. I wanted to try and stay in the playoffs if I could. So anyway, here's what happened. I'm gonna turn the music up just a little bit. But here we go. So leading off, honestly, I don't remember what I was expecting when I brought Miltika. I think I was expecting him to bring Metagross out and just switch or trade rocks, which I'm mostly okay with. I have 2 regenerators, so rocks don't really matter to them. But I believe, yeah, I go rocks. He uses Tri Attack here. No, he uses Discharge, gets the Paralyze. I'm Heal Bell Miltank, so I don't care about that. Tri Attack does way more than I'm expecting. I Heal Bell it off, but honestly, I should have switched out. I shouldn't have just let him get a free Tri Attack, because he gets another one off, and I know he burns me with this one. It's a crit, and it burns. Honestly, this battle was quite a bit of hacks, and it made me salty. I was recording this battle midway, and I ended up getting frustrated with all the hacks that were happening. I do poison the Porygon here, but that doesn't really matter. The Porygon will get some chip. He uses Ice Beam here. I switch into Tri Attack. He gets the freeze. This is what I mean. The RNG was just kind of nuts for me, and I was just getting absolutely frustrated because this thing, I needed Urshifu to stay alive. I tried seeing if I get unfrozen in one turn. I don't want Rabambi setting up on me, so I just switch out to Heliolisk here. I believe I hit Volt Switch. No, I hit Thunderbolt. This was Choice Scarfed, I believe. I can't recall, but this thing should be able to wall it, except that's Banded Rillaboom, I remember. It's been a month or so since I recorded, or I did this battle, so bear with me. But at this point, I'm just thinking, how can I figure out how to get back in this, because everything's getting shipped and I don't have a way to get rid of webs. He uses Agility with Metagross, but Metagross can't do anything to Slowbro outside of Pursuit trapping it, if it has Pursuit. So I'm free to just fire off a Scald and anything except for the Volcanion, obviously. He discharges me, doesn't get the para? He does get the para, okay. Yeah, if he could get RNG here, the RNG here, he probably did. I know I ended up getting a couple of misses that matter too later on. I believe he goes out to Rillaboom here, yeah, so I have to switch out to Amoonguss, but he's just going to hit U-turn, I believe. I believe he does just hit U-turn here. And he gets a crit, which really hurt, I'm not going to lie. He gets a free switch into Volcanion. But yeah, it was kind of nuts. I'm not saying I didn't play badly and that he only won because of hacks, but it was really hard to play because of the hacks, I'll be honest. I go out here, Patrick Star can't really do anything to Volcanion, but he doesn't know that, but at the same time, Volcanion can't do a whole lot to him, I don't think. He does just stand in Sludge Wave. I get fully parried, so what are you going to do there? I think I switch out here? Yeah, switch out to a Moongus to take the Sludge Wave, just hoping that I can eat it a bit better, because this isn't AV, I don't believe. It might have been AV Among Us. I think it was, but the stab flamethrower is enough to take me down. At this point, I think I go out to Mega Altaria. I know, I got to Urshifu praying that I can get broke out of the freeze. I don't, by the way. 2 turns of freeze so far. I think it's going to end up being... Nah, it just KOs me, so I don't get to see if it's going to be a third turn, but it was just... Once it got frozen, it was... I couldn't get Miltank out for free to heal Bell either, so it just made it hard to play around. I believe I KO the Rabambi. No, because I'm U-turn, so I can not get switched on ground, so Rabambi is able to just live when it probably shouldn't have. That's poor prep on my part. It KOs Miltank also. At this point, I think I do go out to my Galataria. Yeah, I need to get something out. I believe... I don't think I dropped a Draco on this turn. No, I went behind a Substitute, which is a pretty good play in my opinion. Because I knew he was going to switch out. The Draco Meteor does miss, so I don't get to find out what set this Volcanion is. I believe it was... this was a very bulky set, if I'm pretty sure. Like, that should do a lot more. And he gets a crit. Like, the crit didn't matter, obviously, but it's icing on the wounds. And at this point, the battle is definitely over. Like, I think I don't pick up another kill. No, he just lets me KO his Volcanion. I was extremely salty at this point, I will be honest. He just hits Grassy Glide 2 more times and wins. So that was week 7, as previously stated. He beat me 4-0. And on to the next week. This should be me versus the Los Angeles Lucarios. Yes, okay. We're just... Put this slow. I don't know how to switch sides here. Okay. So you may be wondering what's up with the team, by the way. At this point, after that, I was pretty much... I think that didn't eliminate me, but I would need to win out, and then a lot of other crazy shit would have to happen. So basically, I was done there. So I was like, I'm just going to see how playing with a couple of other Pokemon works. Traded Urshifu out for Melmetal. Slowbro out for Weavile, Mungus out for Inteleon, and whatever my B-tier Pokemon was at the time, out for Serperior. But obviously we don't see Serperior on this team. Anyway, that's what that team is. I brought Melmetal just because I wanted to, but look at this team. The only thing Melmetal breaks or like hurts is Sylveon. I really should not have brought Melmetal. He brought everything to stop Melmetal, and I still brought it. I completely forgot about Scrappy when I brought in Dusknoir here. Like, I do remember this battle. This was Dusknoir was meant to, Actually, I can't remember. I think it was just meant to, beat the Lopunny one-on-one. Or no, it was meant to switch it on high jump kick for getting that Scrappy affects fighting, too. Yeah, what a matchup for Melmetal. Yeah, that was a really bad call on my part. I have Brick Break because he loves to set up screens on Pyukumuku, so I wanted a way to break screens. I revealed it far too early, though. I don't think I really have a way to beat that. I Poltergeist to see its item and its leftovers, which I don't think I actually Poltergeist to see its item because I knew it did. I think I just Poltergeisted to see how much damage it did and read its set. Pain Split just to try and chip back up, but it's not going to be able to chip anything against a Sylveon that's wish protecting. So at this point I go out to Melmetal. It's a pretty safe switch. I get to press double Iron Bash here. Pretty much anything comes in that walls it. And obviously Rotom comes in and walls it. I believe at this point I go out to Claydol. Okay. I believe he Will-O-Wisps? Yeah. I believe this is Screens Claydol if I remember correctly. So I'm just looking to do Screens. Also, during all of this, there were a few people that dropped out, and we had to find replacements, which we did. I'll actually battle one of the ones that needs replacements in the next week, so we'll be going over that battle soon. But I'm having a hard time breaking through his defensive core, which is pretty much his team, it feels like. And Melmetal's pretty useless. I think it had Fire Punch, but what's it gonna do? I believe it was Choppleberry. Oh yeah, this Melmetal was Choppleberry to live a high jump kick from Lopunny and then KO it with double Iron Bash, but that never came to fruition either. So I go back out to Claydol on the Rotom, because the Rotom can't do much to me, and I believe I set up Rocks again? Or Screens? Reflect. Okay, I do set up Screens. At this point, I just need to find a way to get Weavile in on anything and hit him hard, but it's a lot harder than that sounds, obviously. This was a pretty solid game, so I'm actually going to speed it up. So obviously, since Fire Blast is significantly less than I was expecting. The Heavy Slam, obviously, the screens actually ended up screwing with me a little bit. Fire Blast misses, but it doesn't really matter. It wasn't going to do a whole lot to it. It wasn't going to do enough that would matter. I'm just going to heal up on it. I really should not have stayed in there. I should have just gone out to Melmetal on the Hyper Voice. Honestly, getting the chip on the Rotom is whatever. The Rotom does KO me. At this point, I'm just like, he's going to hit Overheat. I don't have anything to come in. I probably could have gone into... Alright, this was Razor Claw, Sniper, Focus Energy for the purpose of being able to crit through everything. And it actually probably would have worked out better if I had any way to be faster than Lopunny, but I don't. Lopunny ends up getting 5 KOs in this battle. I'm pretty sure I couldn't play around it well. And the reason why Mega Altaria KO'd there is because I had calculated that it would live, but that was with Reflect up, and Reflect wasn't up. So at this point it's 3-6. I do... Honestly, I kind of conceded, like, in my mind, but I haven't given up. This is AAV Weavile, by the way. That's why that took no damage. At this point, I know I can live another, so I'm just trying to add it KOs anyway. But I have to play around this Mega Lopunny, and it's insanely hard, too, obviously. Like, there's really no easy way for me to just play around that and beat it. So at this point, I do break. I'm just trying to break it. Poltergeist, I believe, yeah, that KOs it. And being burned means Polyphemus pretty much can't do anything to the Rotom. So I make a prediction, go out to Inteleon here, and I actually felt pretty good about that. Like, that was a good play for me. And now I can just hit Hydro Pumps and KO Celestial. Unfortunately, that's the last KO I pick up in the battle. Because I have to play around this Mega Lopunny still, which means I just have to sack Polyphemus out. Polyphemus might have actually not died anyway. I was going to say, might have been able to do something, but Weavile's got to come in and hope it's not faster, so it doesn't matter. The game's over at that point. I think Mega Lopunny actually KO'd 5 because Rotom got 1. So at that point, that was the end battle. That was, I'm eliminated for sure. And so the next 2 battles are actually kind of just trolley battles, like... my friends and I, we memed around. This next one, my opponent, Joshua 1 and I, we actually made our teams for each other. My team was more, like, competitively memeable. His was just memeable. So anyway, here's that battle. He actually had me bring Superior. He didn't have me bring, like, anything good, honestly, on that team. I'd given him AD, Chlorophyll's, like, Sunset up Tangrowth, by the way. That's what that is. I'll explain his team, because I don't really remember this team all that well. Yeah, getting the Thunder Wave helped, like... And then he gave me Wall of the Cat, which was just a, had Amnesia and Iron Defense, so it couldn't really break me, but I couldn't do anything to this. So I'm just gonna go hyper fast, because this one was, I had Play Rough, too. I do end up killing it with Foul Play, and then... It was just a lot of memes. He ends up beating me here because... His team was, I'm going to be honest, his team was definitely, like, better overall. Like, I just kept snatching his setup on... I'm actually really happy with what this is. Iron Wobbuffet, the Pokemon I made with Megagon. It was Iron Defense, Metal Burst... I think it had some way to raise its special defense, but it was Metal Burst counter, block, with the entire thing of trapping somebody and just KOing, making them KO themselves. I felt pretty happy about that. That was Choice Specs Vaporeon. I can't remember what this... this was like a Fear Infernape type thing, like... Focus Session, Endeavor, Mach Punch maybe. Tapu Nogo had Taunt. Toxic. I think this also had block. Point of it was to stop people from switching out and then just Toxic stall them to death while they can't do anything. And then Lando Calrissian, this was Choice Abandoned Landed. No, this was Power Herb Landorus T, I'm pretty sure, with No, it might have been choice band with explosion. I just wanted to see how much damage it would do. Not the biggest meme, but I really like that aggron set I made for him. At this point, we're just kind of memeing around. Takes a little while, but eventually he does beat me on like turn 60 or something, 66. And then this next battle, the plan was to make each other's teams, but Bulbs decided that it was in his best interest not to. He forgot to. Just straight up, he forgot to make my team, so he made his own Mimi team. I made my own Mimi team. His was far more Mimi than mine because I had made his team. I had given him, like, Choice Band, Hippowdon, Sunsweeper, Vileplume, a Grimmsnarl, like, set on a Banette with Rest, Sleep Talk. But I ended up having to make my team. I can't remember this team, and this was 2 weeks ago now. But anyway, here's this replay. I'll put it on fast. Claydol, I couldn't think of a good Mimi set, but I did want to bring it, so it's just Cosmic Water, or Cosmic Power, Stored Power, with the entire purpose of... And honestly, this thing's terrible. Look at how much damage that did. At that point, I was like, yeah, this thing is bad. I just didn't like it. And he toxics me, so I don't... And I don't even do damage to that, even at +4, this thing does nothing with stored power. It was kind of sad. And then the Melmetal set was Blunder Policy with 2 moves to miss, and unfortunately, spoiler alert, this thing doesn't miss. I think this was a similar set to what Josh had made for me. Yeah, it was Metal. I found out the hard way Metal Burst isn't minus priority, which is kind of dumb. Body Slam actually did quite a bit, and unfortunately I don't get the pair. That would have been cool. But yeah, Specs Hippo put in work. I don't even remember this set, honestly. It was just a bunch of priority moves. Alright, it was Focus Sash with counter also, which would have definitely KO'd the physical Vileplume he brought. So I'm just kind of going through this, just showing you guys what happened in the last 4 weeks. This is week 10, obviously, the last one. Dynamic Punch just never missed, by the way. It never missed. They got fully parried here. Nope, it hit. I ended up KOing 3 things because it never missed, which is kind of insane. This was actually a quite enjoyable battle, too. Like, he just never missed. I'm fully convinced on the pairs is when he would have missed, but he just decided not to. He does miss here, but Blunder Policy doesn't activate. And then he has Cotton Guard Bayonet, which is just nuts. I don't even remember this set. But yeah, he also has Curse on this Pokemon. Alright, this was also Blunder Policy with the same idea of miss... And it does activate it this time, but unfortunately Curse does a lot of damage. And I'm Solar Power. And I miss again after when I didn't want to miss, which is worse. So yeah, at this point I definitely lose. But this was a pretty enjoyable battle, I'll be honest, all things considered. I enjoyed this one. That Bayonet set actually could be viable, I'm not going to lie to you. So anyway, plans for the upcoming thing is I might upload the finals. I'm not sure because I've never done it. Finals are happening next week on Monday. Like, that's the beginning of playoffs. We had a little hiatus for the holidays. Season 3 draft begins March 1st. The regular season begins March 8th. I will hopefully not play as badly as I did this season of the HDL as well as the LET. The LET should be coming back. I believe I'm going to be coming back for that. I'm not positive yet, though, but I'd like to come back if they'll have me. So anyway, I'm Maui Goomba. This has been the HDL Season 2. Thank you for hanging around with me through my frustrations. And I will return in Season 3, and I will be better. Thank you for watching.